Do you know that you can be a part of the solution to the climate disaster within your community? Are you wondering how you can take action for a sustainable future? In 2021, Niger Climate Now called for climate adaptation solutions through entrepreneurship and art to generate local and global awareness. The project scaled to trees from arts to mobilize schools, communities, organizations, governments to plant economic trees and promote climate education.
What are we learning?
Innovation, entrepreneurship, technology.
All right. A very beautiful morning to you, wherever it is you're joining us from all around the globe. I'm really super excited to welcome you to the unveiling of the climate art and blockchain and tree tracking technologies brought to you from the stables of Solution 17 for Climate Action Global. Yes, so if you are a climate enthusiast, you're really excited about climate issues, you want to talk about climate issues, then this is the right place to be. Good morning, wherever it is you are listening to me from or you're joining us from. Everybody joining us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. We celebrate you and we bid you a very warm welcome to this epoch-making and August celebration today. My name is Gloria Olufeko. I am a certified compare and I'm more than honored to be your compare for today. Well, I won't be doing this alone. I also have my co-anchor with me, the co-host for this August occasion today, Oma Wogu, who is at the back end, ensuring that everything goes on well. And Oma will be coming on later on to ensure that everything moves on swiftly. So I won't be doing this alone. Oma Wogu will be joining me much later. Thank you so much. We have a couple of people joining us on YouTube already. On Facebook, we see all of you on LinkedIn. We can see all of that also on Twitter. So if you are on YouTube, can I see your favorite emojis in the chat box? Also on LinkedIn, everybody, I want to see your favorite emojis in the chat box. Keep it coming. Let's raise the energy level and let's make sure everybody is ready to learn and we're ready to unveil our partners today when it comes to technology and climate. I mean, our climate has been changing. There's increase in temperature, there's variable rainfall, drought, and more. All of these affect our climate, if you agree with me. And one way that you can be a part of making our climate better is planting trees, right? So trees have been proven to help better our climate. And then we'll be talking about how technology plays a role in tree tracking and also talking about blockchain today. On this event. So I'm really excited to welcome everybody. Welcome, wherever it is you're joining us from all around the world. I hope I can see your, yes, welcome, Ode Prudence, Ladi Yati. Welcome, everybody. I'm really excited. Yeah, so welcome aboard. Let's not waste any more time. I will be bringing on our very first speaker for today. And this person is going to be speaking to us on is going to be welcoming us also and also speaking to us on climate change, education, and sustainability. Okay, so we're going to be doing all our virtual clapping, all our round of applause in the chat box. So I need you to be as energetic and as alive as you can be. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing on board Mr. Thomas Schneider, who is the Consul General of Switzerland in Lagos, to give us the welcome address. So can I see your celebration in the chat box. Everybody, keep it coming. Good morning, Thomas. How are you doing today?
Good morning, everyone. Dear
Good morning.
Foluke, yeah, and the Solution 17 team, I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can.
So, dear fellow speakers and participants, it's really a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you, and I'm glad to speak at today's event. An event dedicated to climate change, a topic relevant to every single one of us, states, corporations, and individuals alike. A global challenge to humanity that we can only tackle by working together. If COVID has shown us anything, it is that today's challenges do not stop at national borders. This is just as true for a pandemic as it is for the challenges posed by climate change. Global challenges require global solutions. They require international cooperation as much as technological innovation. They also require a new cooperative world governance on science and technology that can harness technological advances for inclusive development, allowing people around the world, not just in rich countries, to reap the social and economic benefits. And along with that, and absolutely crucial, obviously, is education. And this does not start at third year levels or university level. It starts at kindergarten, at nursery schools. So we have to teach and start teaching about climate change, and about all the effects already from the beginning of our academic life. And believe me, this is not a topic that is only understood by academics. This is a topic that is well understood by children, if we adapt, obviously, the curriculum to age and level of their education. But in my experience, this is absolutely possible, and you're giving a wonderful example for that. So without this investment in education and technological advancements, state might be, or we might be at risk of engaging in a race for innovation driven by motives of gaining power and influence and all of that. Some even fear a new Cold War over science and technology. To avoid such a confrontational scenario, and because nobody can face global issues alone, we should rather identify how we can adapt, evolve, and respond together to the challenges and opportunities of our time. Bridges should not only be built at the political, but also at a scientific and academic level. I strongly believe that investments in new technologies and education and an inclusive society will benefit all countries. Switzerland discovered this actually early on, and that investing in research and development of new technologies contributed significantly to welfare and prosperity in my country. Especially in the area of climate change, new economic opportunities are opening up fast. By developing and sharing innovative clean tech solutions, our countries can contribute to a more sustainable world while opening up new market niches for our industries. This is an approach that Switzerland has been following consistently for many, many years now. In 1993, Switzerland was the first European country to adopt a comprehensive law on environmental protection. Since then, our country has also been active at the international level by launching initiatives in the areas of environmentally friendly waste management, smart cities, and sustainable agriculture, just to cite a few examples. It is precisely energy-intensive sectors such as agriculture, forestry, and water management that currently have some of the greatest potential. Here it is already possible to make a significant contribution to the reduction of carbon levels and to do so at an affordable cost. However, to be efficient in fighting climate change, countries must implement measures for decarbonization and greening in all sectors of their economy. These measures should derive from state-run programs that have a national impact, also through stimulation of relevant policies and investments on the local level. Indeed, dialogue and cooperation on climate change must not only be strengthened internationally between different countries, but also internally in all sectors of the economy, between the central authorities on the one hand and local authorities, scientific experts, businesses, and civil society representatives on the other hand. I'm confident that if we can get all the actors from politics, business, science, and civil society together and talk at the same language, follow the same goal, we can achieve impactful results for the protection of our planet, and at the same time help to fight poverty. Sustainable development and prosperity go hand in hand if we work hand in hand. Let us use the great potential that lies in the variety of our know-how, skills, and creativity through cooperation in clean tech and science diplomacy. I wish you a successful event today, and I thank Mrs. Faluke Michael and her team at Solution 17 for having me today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas, for that. That was insightful. Thank you for lending your voice to the cause for bettering our climate. It's such an amazing work you're doing. We sincerely appreciate you. Yes. All right, we're moving swiftly on. So wherever it is you're joining us from, I want you to keep that energy up. Whenever I bring on any speaker, your virtual hands of applause, you keep it coming in the comment section so I can know that you are with me. Okay, so I will be bringing on board right now the project manager, the brain behind everything that you see happen here today, Mrs. Foluke Michael, to give us our welcome address. Can I have that virtual round of applause, everybody? Woo! You're welcome, ma'am.
So good to be here. I'm so excited. I mean, we're not doing this alone. It is all around the world. Our supporters, it's huge, and I'm glad. So let me go straight. But then I need to welcome all our special guests. I mean, they got invitation like few days and they're all here. We're so grateful for this support. We don't take Mr. Sean Main for granted at all. He's been there for us. And let's go straight and shoot it. Yes, greetings to our huge supporter from the diplomatic mission, the art sector, creative economy, financial education institution, and our very crazy community with passion and zeal for development. Can I see the passion, the zeal going on right in the studio and outside the studio? There is no going back. We can collectively turn the challenges of climate change to unprecedented opportunities that will help us to build our ecosystem while protecting the planet that has given us everything. When I say everything, the planet has given us everything. So by 2030, into those headlines, so let's fast forward to the future. So September 26, 2030, this is the kind of news I want to be seeing. One, Solution 17 has hit the target of 10 million economy trees, according to the data obtained from Asia-based climate technology company, Comacha. Second, 5 million green entrepreneurs are leading the line on September 26, 2030. Climate education is creating waves of creator and innovator across African continents. This daring ambition has brought us together today, right? And we are set to break the silos to show that change is possible. With strong commitment and determination, we can work together to secure our environment, educate the next generation, provide clean energy at scale, unimaginable scale, navigating to circular economy, millions of green entrepreneurs across states, regions, and nations. Technology is the enabler. That is why we are traveling the road. We're traveling with EcoMatcha. We will build more resilient cities and help the most vulnerable to adapt to the impact of climate change. We have designed a sustainable business model with 4 components. 1, climate awareness, global climate awareness through arts for climate change. And 2nd, implementation of green projects to support green economy. And 3, massive climate education, as reiterated by the CG earlier on, in secondary, tertiary, and among the unschooled in our environment. And number 4 is sustainable partnerships. We are championing creative campaign that will spur individual, community, and youth to act for the climate, and this is very doable. In the next few weeks, we will activate climate art on local, invited the right partners that will support education, research and development, climate finance, technologists, tech providers, blockchain actors, and diplomatic mission. We will achieve our set goals. We will work with relevant stakeholders. We will work with relevant stakeholders to create solutions towards environmental protection, community prosperity initiative. We accelerate low carbon development for Nigeria as we move towards cannot wait. So what is your role now as individual, as community? Go right and let us do this together. It is possible to support, to build, to protect the planet that has given us everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can we please celebrate our project director? Amazing stuff on there. Yes. Let me see it coming in the chat box, everybody. Let's keep the energy up. Okay, yes, I can see it coming. To everybody join us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. We celebrate you and we welcome you once again to the official unveiling of tree tracking technologies and climate art on blockchain. Okay, so right about now, we'll be moving on in our event because we do not have a lot of time and we have so many things that we have to do. Speaking to us up next is going to be the group CEO as the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Exchange Group PLC. And it's going to be speaking to us on exploring art as an investment and promoter of climate through blockchain technology, now from basic to advanced. Are we ready? Can I see your hands in the chat box? Give me your favorite emojis as I bring on board Mr. Oscar N. Onyema. Keep it coming, everybody. Good morning,
Good morning.
sir. It's such an honor to have you. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Fantastic, Gloria.
Yes.
Good energy. I'm happy to be here. Thanks, Funke Michaels, for that intro. I think we have to look at the climate that has given us so much. And whilst we see the chasm of climate change, we also want to see how technology can help improve that. So I'm just going to run through some discussion points and just to run that. So climate change, for a long time, the hard climate system has been observed even in the pre-industrial period from between 1850 to 1990 due to human activity, fossil fuel burning, which increases heat tapping, greenhouse gas level in the earth. And the result of this long-term change is an average weather pattern that has become a definite signal to the Earth region and climate. And of course, Nigeria is definitely not an exception because the help of climate change, we've seen it in soil erosion, flood caused by an increased duration and intensity of rain in many parts of the country. As a result of that, when we really see the real world asset that is provided by blockchain technology, tokens, this has helped us fashion the way we look at climate and art over the last few couple of years. Even I would also add that fashion industry is moving into what they call responsible design as a result of keeping the climate in check. How does technology help in improving the environment? So we have things around renewable energy that has advanced in solar panel that we see all around. Digital revolution, of course, more people using digital services for communicating and storing information, environmental monitoring, the use of new technology, drones and geospatial measurement for air pollution. Authorities can effectively monitor things around. Shared economy, which refers to products and services for digital, how we connect, how we move from one place to the other, logistics, and how we look at the customers. It cuts down the reliance on fossil fuel, things like Uber, Airbnb, and all that. And then we have a lot of electric cars, smart homes, smart wearables now. In fact, smart homes of the future, as we live in this, becomes a personalized persona, and our homes will be ergonomically adapted to suit the lifestyle and habits of our needs. So, what's now the climate hack? The climate hacks are inspired by the current climate crisis and global warming. One of the goals of change hat is to raise awareness that we're dealing with this program of crisis, that as well as engage viewers on political and economic dimension of the climate hack. And how does technology like blockchain helps in this? With blockchain technology, the climate hack can be transformed into a non-fungible token, NFTs. And what are NFTs? As a financial security consisting of digital data that is stored in blockchain. NFTs are tokens that are used to present ownership of unique items. NFTs asset can also be traded and fund can be raised to look after the climate. The fund that is raised can be used to finance tree planting, like for looking as mentioned as well, and a lot of green activity. This is a noble cause to help society and the environment of ours, and this can be shared across the world as selling point for NFT. Blockchain and disintermediation as well is a process of cutting out the financial intermediaries in transaction to allow for that use and application of blockchain. Blockchain will allow people and organizations who may not know or trust each other to collectively agree on a component and direction and permanently record information without third-party authority, and increasing the agility within the climate change. Now, why should we be interested in blockchain for climate change? Things around trade finance, asset management, clearing and settlement use cases, cross-border payment, insurance, and to be honest with you, just understanding that the climate is warming up and things are changing. So in conclusion, we live on the planet in uncertain time, but that does not mean that we should be pessimistic. On the contrary, there's a lot of room for optimism, and I do agree with that. Although the planet's atmosphere is currently choked with unsustainable quality of carbon, it can be soaked up if we employ the right practices. And this can be achieved with the help of technology. So that is the message I want to pass across. I wish us a fantastic session, and technology is an enabler that will help to solve the climate at using blockchain. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Can we give him a virtual round of applause in the chat box, everybody? Wherever it is you are joining in from, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, let me see you celebrate him. That was Dr. Oyenuga, and he was ably representing the group CEO of the Nigerian Exchange Group, Mr. Oscar Onyema. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us that. Was quite enlightening. All right, let's take it a top notch higher. Are you ready? We're going higher here right now, and we are about to move into the reason why we are gathered here today. This is the reason why we are here. This is the reason why we've put this together. The item is the unveiling of our technology partner when it comes to our tree tracking. Okay, now these people I'm about to call, they've been very instrumental to Asia, as a matter of fact, and it's beautiful to know that they're coming into Nigeria to implement this to help us in our bid to better track our trees. Okay, so we're going to be unveiling our technology partner, the good people at Echo Matcha. So video is going to be played right about now, and then we'll move on to invite our next speaker. Please stay tuned. Yes, amazing. I love that. And I'm really excited for what Echo Matcha is about to do when it comes to tree tracking in Nigeria. I'm really looking forward to it. And I want to recognize everybody, all the participants and representatives of Echo Matcha joining us right now. And I would love to bring on board the #1 man in the Echo Matcha community. He's going to be speaking to us right about now on art. He's going to be speaking to us about the Echo Matcha application and its sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to make welcome the Chief Executive Officer of Echo Matcha, Baz Franson.
Hey. Hi, Gloria. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? Greetings from Hong Kong.
Thank you. Yes,
So,
how are you?
Yeah,
How is Hong Kong today?
I'm doing very well, and great to be here. And also, let me first of all thank Faluku with rallying everybody around this fantastic initiative. This is really cool. Now, I have a few slides I want to share, but I'm not sure whether I can do that with this platform. I think there's a share button here. One moment, I'm not sure. Can I share a screen? Oh, I think I can do that. There we go. All right. Can you guys see that? Can you see that? Oops. Sorry. Can somebody confirm whether you could see the slides? Let me do that one more time. All right. Faluku, maybe you can put in the WhatsApp whether can you hear me also when I put on the slides? Can you hear? Hi, Faluku, can you hear me and can you see the slides? All right, awesome. Can you also see the slides?
We can.
You can. Okay, awesome, fantastic. So let me share. Oh, you can see the slides. Oh, damn it. Okay, well then let me do it without slides. So when you look at addressing the climate crisis, there are multiple ways of doing that. And one of the ways is by massively planting trees. But of course, tree planting is something which needs to be financed. That is not like a free activity. Tree nurseries need to grow, farmers need to be paid, land need to be available, etc. So financing of tree planting is something which needs to be resolved. And the way what we do with EcoMatcher, we have looked into why are especially companies not massively stepping up and getting engaged in tree planting. And one of the key things is that we figured out is that this relates to transparency in tree planting. You may be able, to ask an organization to plant trees, and you give them money, but you never know, are those trees really being planted? So what we do as an EcoMatcher, we have a technology approach where we have developed a very comprehensive technology platform where we work with foundations in around the world. We're today in 15 countries. In Africa, actually, we are planting in Uganda, in Kenya, and in Madagascar. And of course, we need to rally this in Nigeria as well, because that gives me also a good reason to come and visit your beautiful country. I've never been there yet. And the technology brings that transparency and engagement to tree planting. So companies, our customers, like Procter & Gamble, like insurance companies, like Microsoft, Facebook, global big companies, but also smaller companies. Today we have 40,000 customers on our platform, and that's growing rapidly, are making use of the services we provide. So when companies come to us, we decide where they want to plant the trees. We bring in the transparency. We bring in and we offer a complete suite of digital tools, which enables those companies to use the trees they have planted for business purposes. So for example, Procter & Gamble in Hong Kong gives trees to customers who are buying Pampers. So when you buy Pampers, you can collect points, and those points can be redeemed for trees. And the trees can be named after the children, after the name of the child. We work with the Uber of Southeast Asia, a company in transportation who are using our services for transparent carbon offsetting. We work with insurance companies who use trees for loyalty programs to get customers buy more insurances. We work with companies who are planting through EcoMatcher complete forests in different parts of the world and gifting staff in the company each a tree out of the company forest. An employee can travel to his or her tree, look at the tree, look at the picture of the tree, who is the farmer, send a message to the farmer. You can listen to the sound of the forest and more. but also you can see where you are in the company forest, which gives people a sense of belonging and a sense of engagement. Since the launch of this platform, where we initially started planting trees in one country, today we are planting in 15 countries, including Ecuador, Nepal, Indonesia, India, and the countries I mentioned earlier in Africa. And we are growing our presence globally because we get more and more customers who would love to make use of the services we provide. And this platform is all blockchain based. The previous speaker alluded on the power of blockchain. We use blockchain to ensure and build trust for our customers that the trees we plant are not being sold twice. We sell trees once. It would, of course, also defeat the purpose of our initiative, but blockchain will bring that transparency and trust and accountability to our customers. Now, we have built over time also consumer tools, and you may actually experience those consumer tools yourself. You can go to the App Store or to the Play Store, download the EcoMatcher app, and experience tree planting yourself. You can not only plant your own trees and capture those with the app and virtually visit those trees at a later stage. You can also read blogs we publish on a regular basis on sustainability, so you can learn more about what's happening around sustainability and tree planting. You can make a selfie of the tree you plant or trees you have adopted from other parts of the world. You can make a selfie and share on social media. We have even built in some cool features where you can chat with your tree using Tree Chat. This is a chatbot technology we developed, similar like Alexa, where you can chat with your tree and have some fun. You can all can ask questions. Who is your caretaker? What are sustainable development goals, etc. So by means of technology, we're bridging consumers, companies, and foundations who are planting trees around the world all together with one ambition and one objective is to get more trees in the ground. So if you have more information or if you want to know more, go to our website, Ask for Luku. You will see us more visible within Nigeria in the coming period, and I look forward to team up with anybody on this call to make the world a little bit a better place. Back to you, Gloria.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baz. Can everybody type thank you, Echo Matcha, in the chat box? I want to see you, everybody. Thank you, Echo Matcha, in the chat box, everyone. Yes, let me see it on LinkedIn, on YouTube, wherever it is. Thank you, Echo Matcha, in the chat box. That was amazing, and thank you for all you do to better climate all around the world. Amazing. All right, let's move on. Let's move on in our program for today, and I will be introducing the country manager for Elevate Education, and he's going to be speaking to us on art on blockchain technology, an avenue for investment and social good. Yes, so if you want to know how blockchain can help improve the social life and also better our social relationships, then you should stay tuned for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a virtual round of applause to welcome to the stage Mr. Insikak John. You're welcome, sir. Are you here? Yes, it's such an honor to have you. How are you doing today? Okay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Let's see. Okay, you're not muted. Probably you could do without the headphones. Maybe we would hear you better. We still can't hear you. Okay. We still can't hear you. All right. So probably we'll just try to sort out the entire hearing issues, and then I'll have you back again, Mr. John. So if you just sit around, let's quickly sort that out. Okay. So don't go. We're still going to come back to give us that in a little bit. So let's just move on to our. Okay. Can we hear you now? Are
Yeah,
you
can you hear?
here? Oh
Yeah,
wow, we can hear you now. Okay.
okay, great.
Welcome, Mr. John. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great. I sorted it myself, I guess.
Yes, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much. And nice compare so far.
Thank you.
You want to make me also get a certificate, as a certified compare. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
And good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. Um, Greetings to the Solution 17 team for putting this together, other amazing speakers. It was also great to see my good friend Dr. Yenuga on the call. Great conversation so far. I'll be speaking about art on blockchain technology, avenue for investment, and social good. And first of all, I'll just like to unbundle this theme into three parts. Number one, talk about art as an asset class, and then art as a tool for social good, and then dovetail into how the blockchain enables these processes. And the way I've decided to unpack this topic is deliberate, because those of us who are technology enthusiasts would always tell you that it's never good to start a technology conversation with technology. You must be speaking about the business, people, processes, and business outcomes before you now bring technology to enable those conversations and what you want to achieve, because technology would always be an enabler. It will always be a tool. And of course, it will enable anything you apply it to. And so you want to, first of all, articulate your processes around the business before you bring technology so that you can have positive outcomes from the technology interface. So arts as an asset class, we continue to see the arts market, grow exponentially. We see a boom, and we see even an uptake on activities on African works, even in the global market. And this has made artworks an attractive and exciting asset class for people who are there to either buy to sell or even buy to curate to keep. And when I checked the stats, I saw an important data point that says that only 0.5% of arts that are purchased are being resold. That means almost everybody, 99.5% of people who buy art, buy it to keep. And this is a very important data point, as we will see as we go along in this conversation. And then beyond arts for investment, we also look at arts for social good. Arts has been leveraged across history as a tool for advocacy and to inspire social good and transformation. I mean, the way I see it, I see all forms of art as weaponized communication, weaponized inspiration, advocacy, or even education. And history is awash with great outcomes and accomplishments of artistic activism, if you look at it. Now, what role does the blockchain play in all of this? Right. I mean, the last few speakers have alluded a lot to the blockchain and provided very interesting context around this and made my work easier. So if you remember what happened with the Gutenberg moment, for instance, where printing press democratized knowledge. I mean, if you could read a book, you could have access to knowledge. Or the steam engine or electricity democratized the way we work, where power was no more manpower or horsepower. And you can do a lot more now with machine power and steam engine and electricity. Or you recall what the dot-com era did to distance, and how you could just push something to anybody around the world, and we are all joining this call from around the world, because of the dot-com era. The blockchain will democratize trust and empower safety and veracity, thereby unlocking an explosion in peer-to-peer transactions. All right, we call that data point of 99.5 people buying works to keep. If you are buying something to keep, I mean, if you're acquiring something to keep, you must be interested in provenance. You must be concerned about a unique record of ownership. Of course, you must be interested in authenticity and the quality of what you are getting. And this is the singular reason why NFTs, enabled by blockchain technology, have become the buzz at the moment. That ability to be able to own a unique piece of anything, and you are the one recognized globally as the owner of that piece. So it will seem that if we build a community around a novel aspiration, like planting 1 million trees, for instance, and then use arts to weaponize that aspiration, as well as leverage the blockchain for provenance, manage rewards, tracking, security, authentication, and democratization of value, we create a powerful ecosystem beyond barriers to confront and surmount the challenges, that face us as a planet. And this is why what, Vision, Solution 17 is doing, Solution 27, is it 27 or 17? What Solution 27 or 17 is doing is very powerful. In fact, it's difficult for me to contemplate all the possibilities that can be harnessed, from this kind of platform. And we see this happen every day at Elevate, where we target to create and skill digital leaders across the whole of Africa for impact. And so this is very important for everybody to come on board. As I begin to wrap up, I listened to a conversation between two global leaders recently, Elon Musk and Jack Ma. And to summarize what Jack Ma said, he said, we must make this planet habitable for ourselves and generations yet unborn. And Elon Musk did not disagree with him, but he said we need to also expand beyond this planet to other planets, just in case you want to give the human species an option of being a multi-planetary species. And this was a very interesting conversation. And wherever you belong, whether to the Elon Musk School of Thought or Jack Ma, this is a conversation you must be involved in. I want to thank Solution 17 for putting this together and commend all the amazing speakers. And I hope that this conversation will go beyond this event. Thank you very much. And back to you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Insika. I could allow you go on and on and on and we won't get bored. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I hope you're following. I don't want you to miss any part of today's event. Our line of speakers have been amazing. Is there any word for out of this world? Okay, let's just use out of this world because we have so many line of speakers still ready to speak to you and to wow your minds. I mean, this climate issue is one that we cannot get tired of or we can't get enough of. All right, so I will be bringing on board a young climate art champion. This person is the lead of the art blockchain and everything that we do at Solution 17. I mean, she's dear to us and we're really excited to have her here today. She's looking all beautiful and I'm going to be bringing her on board right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited? Please join me to make welcome Ayomide Olayoju, who is going to be speaking to us about greener pastures by climate. All right. And she's also the art champion and the lead blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ayomide.
Hello, good day. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ayomide Olayoju Ogechi. I'm an artist, an art educator, also an NFT artist, actually. So yes, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to actually speak on this platform and also talk about climate change and everything in line with that, including the arts and technology. So let's get into it. So yes, Greener Pastures is the artwork that should be displayed on your screen right now. So just let me know if you can see it so we can get on with the discussion. And yeah, just let me know in the comment section so I can know if I'm ready to like go on. Is the artwork on display already?
Okay, so in a little bit it will be on display. We're working.
Okay, great. Green pastures. Okay.
Okay, so I think while we try to figure that out, you can just
I should go on, right?
Yes, please.
All right. So yeah, greener pastures. If you've ever heard of the word greener pastures, the thing that comes to mind is something that has to do with progress, something that has to do with something flourishing. Let's put it that way. So the artwork that will soon be on display, when you take a look at it, all you see is a very, very beautiful greenery landscape and, trees, the leaves, everything going on fine. But deep within the art piece, deep within the image of the art, you get to see something different from what you've been seeing. So yeah, there are dry leaves, there are leaves that have withered away. There is a cut down branch of a tree and everything like that. So this is actually screaming something I'm about to just throw out here to everyone now. So if you've ever heard of the popular saying, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, if you've ever heard of that word, actually, yeah, the truth is the grass only gets greener when you water it. The grass can only be flourishing. Everything you do can only be flourishing when you water it. Oh, great. The painting is on display. So yeah, let me just do a little recap so that everyone can observe and look into the image. So look deeply into the artwork. It was created by me. So just look into it and see what I'm actually trying to depict. So you see the greenery, you see the trees, you see everything there, but at the same time, you see the dry leaves, the cut down branch, and leaves that have withered away. So I'm actually trying to depict something here. The grass only gets greener when you water it. So the question is, what are you doing to have a greener environment? What are you doing to have a greener future? What are you doing to have a greener Nigeria? So that is actually what I'm trying to say. What climate actions are you taking for all this to come to pass? Another thing is, I'm just really, really glad to be on board on this project because I see young children, I see young generations get on with this project. They're like taking the lead in this, and it's so, so amazing. It is really amazing to see them work hand in hand to see a greener future for themselves. Because what is a world whereby you have dreams and aspirations, you want to do a lot of great things, but the world is not in the best situation that you can actually live and flourish as that to achieve your goals. So having these young ones come on board to do all these things too is really, really beautiful. At the same time, involving creatives, oh my goodness, involving creatives in this process is wonderful because I feel like it is high time the world realizes that the creative sector can provide better solutions, faster results, can yield results to most of the world's problems. And it is a great thing that Solution 17 has looked into this and has decided to allow creatives to take the lead on this project as well. Now using it with technology, what else can we ask for? Art and technology getting together is like a beautiful marriage. So yes, this is actually very, very wonderful. And doing it with the NFTs, the blockchain, the new world technology that we are seeing, whether we like it or not, the world is moving, everything is growing, and technology will grow as well. So we all need to get on into the space. And also as creatives, whoever you are, whether you're not even a creative, I believe everyone are actually creatives, but whatever it is, get on with this project. Try as much as possible to have a greener future, to have a greener environment, to have a greener Nigeria. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it once
Thank you,
again.
Ayomide. Thank you so much for everything that you do with greener pastures. I mean, it's mind-blowing to see that you use art to ensure that the world is a better place and safer for everybody. We celebrate you today and always.
Thank
Well
you.
done. Well done. All right, so we thought you wanted to play a video, but I think you've spoken about it already, so it's fine. So let's just move on already. Now, right about now, before I bring on Oma Wogo, who is just going to be speaking to us real quickly, she's going to be joining us in a little bit. But first, I'm going to like to bring on stage the CEO of African Business Coalition for Health. Okay, that's what I'm going to be bringing on board right now. And we're going to be talking a little bit about health and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I'm going to be bringing on Dr. Maurice Atoki, who is going to be speaking to us on our sustainability plan with technology. Join me. A virtual round of applause, everybody in the comment section. Can I see you? Your favorite emojis on LinkedIn, on Facebook, everybody. Can I see you there? Can I see it coming? Let me see it coming so I can read your comments, everybody. Are you there? Yes. Keep it coming. So Dr. Maurice Atoki is going to be joining me right about now. Can we please have a face on board so that she can join me to speak to us now? Okay, seems we do not have Dr. Morris right now on board. Okay. All right, we do. Probably we're having network issues here and there, but definitely she will be joining me in a little bit. While we try to sort that out, I will bring on board our next. Okay, we have. Can you hear me, Ma? Okay, so there's some form of feedback. I can hear myself.
Hi, Gloria. Can you?
Okay, so unmute your mic. You're muted now. I could hear you. Okay, Ma. Doctor, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Gloria?
Oops, we're having network issues. Okay, Doctor, can you hear me now? Okay. I think we're having network issues. Okay. All right. So we'll try to bring on Dr. Morris again. You know, our network can be right. We certainly apologize for that technicality, but we'll definitely have her back on board when we sort all of that out. Okay. So let's move on to our very next speaker. Let's not waste any time. We'll bring on Dr. Morris much later on. Should we have our spoken words now, or we have Dr. Morris now, or okay, so let's just have our spoken words now, and I'm going to be having a spoken word artist just speak to us about climate, about how we can better our world where we live in, and all of that. So I'm going to be having on board Victory right now for a spoken word, and also I'll be having on board Oluchi much later on for our talk on art for social good. Okay, Victory, are you there? Is Victory there? Or we'll have to move on again? Okay. Let's see. Okay. So it's seeming Victory is not here again, and then we'll just have to move on, all right, in our program. Okay. So let's see how we can move on. I'm going to be bringing on board then our next speaker. Don't worry, Victory will still come on board later. We're going to have Oluchi later. We're going to have Dr. Morris Atoki also later while we try to sort out all of that challenge that we are having. So I'm going to be bringing on board now our very next speaker for today, who is going to be speaking to us on climate technology and climate finance, the pathway to achieve net zero in Nigeria and in Africa. Okay, so that's what we're going to learn about now, the pathway to achieve net zero in Nigeria and in Africa when it comes to climate finance. So ladies and gentlemen, with a virtual round of applause in the chat box and in your comment section, please make welcome Mr. Sean Melbourne. Woo, Mr. Sean, how are you doing today? Can you hear me?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Just a quick, I'm okay. Just a quick sound check. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the kind invitation to today's event. I was asked to comment on climate technology and climate finance and Africa's potential pathway to net zero. But before I get to that, I just wanted to congratulate Mrs. Faluke and Solution 17 for their tireless work to galvanize climate action and education in Nigeria, which is inspiring a new generation of young people to implement solutions to environmental problems. Only last month, when visiting an art exhibition in Lagos, I was reminded of the critical role that the arts can play in engaging young people and adults with new perspectives on climate change. And this role and the transformative impact of the arts is beginning to be more and more appreciated. Many pieces of art were made from recycled materials, and the visual and emotional effect was impactful and really quite stunning. So, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot address climate change without technology. Climate technologies that help us reduce greenhouse gas emissions include renewable energies such as wind, solar, and hydropower. And to adapt to the effects of climate change, we use climate technologies such as drought-resistant crops, early warning systems, and seawalls. And there are also so-called soft climate technologies, such as energy efficient practices or training for using certain equipment. The urgent need for climate technology development and transfer was explicitly recognized in the groundbreaking Paris Agreement, and an entire day was devoted to science and innovation at COP26 in Glasgow, and for good reason. It's important, though, that the benefits of science and innovation reach and enable the most vulnerable in society. One of the most encouraging announcements at COP26 focused on accelerating the testing, adoption, and scalability of digital innovations that will enable the world's most vulnerable populations to adapt, anticipate, and absorb the negative effects of climate change. I'll give an example. GSMA's mobile development, for instance, with the support of its donors and partners, has helped advance the use of mobile technologies and digital solutions to deliver socio-economic and climate impact. And their work strives to create a more resilient future where communities not only survive climate shocks, but thrive in spite of them. Digital technologies are being used right now to strengthen participatory forest management efforts in Africa, to support climate resilient agriculture, and to unlock access to climate finance. For instance, 4R Digital's carbon value exchange platform helps to monetize carbon reduction and sequestration activities from a range of small projects. And there are many other examples, including pay-as-you-go solar for mobile operators. Promising though many new technologies are, it would be unwise, I think, to put all our eggs in one basket. And arguably, the hope of technological advances has led to procrastination on climate change from some of our politicians and companies. A procrastination we can ill afford. Cultural, social, and political transformation is also essential to enable widespread deployment of both behavioral and technological responses to climate change. And events like this one today can boost such a transformation. With regards to Nigeria's pathway and Africa's pathway to net zero, I would say that there is no one size fits all. Country context must be taken into account. But it is important, as Nigeria has done, to set an ambitious net zero target and then implement plans to meet those targets. Ladies and gentlemen, under the UK's COP26 presidency, 95% of the largest developed country climate finance providers made new forward-looking climate finance commitments, with many doubling or even quadrupling their support for developing countries to take climate action. And at COP26, there was significant progress on adaptation finance, with agreement that developed countries should at least double their finance for adaptation by 2025. Additionally, donors committed £356 million to the Adaptation Fund, which is the highest single mobilisation of that fund ever. These macro figures, whilst encouraging, might not impress everybody, and I can well understand that it's improved access to that sustainable finance that really matters to civil society, small and medium-sized enterprises, and our entrepreneurs. Show me the colour of your money, you might say. Well, that finance is there, but you need to actively look for it. I would like to draw your attention to the NDC Partnership's second annual Youth Engagement Forum, which will reflect specifically on climate finance and aims to share success stories around inclusive finance. The event will run virtually on 21, 26 and 28 July. Secondly, I want to remind viewers that applications are currently being accepted by the Darwin Initiative to support biodiversity in Africa, and grants of up to £500,000 are available for up to 5 years. Applications close on the 25th of July. I would be happy to share the links to these funding opportunities if you contact me via email or social media after this event. And there are many more examples of sustainable finance. Another potential platform I would encourage viewers here on this platform today to look at is Africa Climate Week, which is taking place in Gabon and virtually from 29 August to 1 September. The organisers are now accepting applications from organisations that are interested in hosting side events or sharing their initiatives in the Climate Action Hub. To conclude, I'm delighted that organisations such as Solution 17 Global and those present today are providing a platform for the arts and climate change, raising awareness of this critical issue, educating and inspiring climate action. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Sean. That was succinctly delivered. Thank you so much for all you do to help better our world that we live in, and all that you do going all out for us when it comes to climate. We celebrate you today. Thank you so much for your points. It was amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to be moving on now. I hope you're still there with me in the comment section, everybody, wherever it is you're listening to me from around the globe. I want you to let me know where you are joining in from. So please tell me your countries in the comment section. Everybody, if you're listening to me from the UK, from Asia, America, everyone, please let me know where you're joining me from around the world. I really want to know and meet you wherever it is you are. And to all our speakers, please, when you're done with your session, kindly opt out so that you can join us on YouTube. Okay, please, when you are done with your session, please join us on YouTube, and then we'll bring you back on later for the group photo at the end of the event. So please join us on YouTube now, and then we'll bring you back on later at the end of the event for the group photo. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to be bringing on now Doctor, who was supposed to speak to us before, and we were having network issues, but thankfully we've been able to sort that out. I'm going to be bringing on the CEO of African Business Coalition for Health, Dr. Maurice Atoki. A virtual round of applause in the comment section, everybody. Woo!
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Hi, Gloria. Great work there. Thank you for having me. By the way, I also am a board member of the Solution 17 team. So maybe for the purpose of just aligning this role and responsibility, my topic really is our sustainability plan with technology. And I'm really so grateful that we had very technical speakers earlier, the likes of Nseka John, the likes of Mr. Bass or Ekomatra, and so on and so forth, and of course, Sean. The angle I want to bring in first of all, something that would interest the business community, and also an opportunity for that community to optimize the interlink our sustainability. I just really say that this objective and drive by Solution 17 actually is telling the world to wake up to the awareness of how technology as an enabler can support us and help us even further our solutions in climate change and climate resilience. So what you have mostly, from my observation, is that in the business community, there's a bit more attention on sustainability than climate change. And that needs to take a decisive change. Again, because we talk about the triple bottom line, the environmental, economic, and social element of sustainability that we want to impact on through the activities and the topics. without necessarily aligning those activities to climate issues themselves. However, the climate element of it actually is a overarching topic that we need to actually make deliberate attempts to impact on. So our plan as an organization, and I mean the Solution 17 team at CYCDI, is to be those drivers, the champions, taking the message through what we're doing now, as far as NFTs are concerned, and the tokens and the artworks, to get the business community, which, by the way, impacts a large portion of the economy of Africa as a continent, to change the dynamics of the interpretation of sustainability to embrace climate change deliberately. Therefore, across the triple bottom line of environment, social, and economic activities, the climate issues, the climate change, the climate awareness, the climate resilience needs to be top radar. And what I want to also talk about is, in doing that, understanding and integrating the principles of sustainability, especially stakeholder inclusion. I mean, this particular launch and this event, by itself tells us and announces to the world how technology is a by far enabler for the sustainability solutions and the climate solutions that are already out there. And just getting aware about this category of stakeholders and decisively and deliberately including them in our conversations, in our reporting, in our assurances, in our engagement is important. I do believe that NFTs and tokens and the artworks is only a beginning. It's only because somebody like Foluke has taken the pain to discover this initiative, to be able to, from an African perspective, maybe from a Nigerian perspective, that is, but to be able to bring it to all of us, but us receiving it as an awareness and as a wake-up call that there's more to harness as far as technology is impacting on sustainability and climate change. So again, we have AIs to discover besides blockchain. We have robotics, we have virtual reality to harness as far as putting out sort of sustainability solutions are concerned. And to the corporate society at large, it's also really quite important to say that without you including technology in this generation, in this dispensation, in your sustainability initiatives, you are only living, in the past. So I think this is a wake-up call for all of us, both in the business community and out of the business community, to recognize the technology space as critical key stakeholders as far as sustainability is concerned, to include it in our plan as an organization, as a corporate body, and as an individual, and drive the change that is necessary using technology as an enabler. I'll stop there, Gloria.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for that. Wow. I mean, I was just listening to you and I didn't even want you to end. So when you said you stopped there, Gloria, I was like, oh, she's done. Thank you so much, doctor, for that. It was amazing. Thank you. Can everybody type thank you, doctor, in the comment section so that we know Dr. Atoki knows that we celebrate her and we are grateful. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to be bringing on board our artists now. They're ready for us. They are ready for us. But first, I'm going to be bringing on stage. I'm going to bring in on stage Oluchi. Or shall I bring on Victory first? Okay, let me bring on Victory first. So Victory is going to be giving us the spoken words, and then Oluchi will be coming up to give us a very short talk. Oluchi, are you there? Yes, I thought I saw you there. Oluchi is here. So I'm bringing up Oluchi now, and she's going to be speaking. Okay, Victory. Okay, Victory. Go ahead. Let me allow you have the floor, and then Oluchi will come in later.
Thank you. Ladies, gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Victory Ashoka is my name. I'm a spoken word poet, an artist, a climate art ambassador, a content creator, climate activist, and as digital advocate. So I'm so excited and delighted to join you all here today for the Tree from Art launch. So I did join the Solution 17 at a very tender age, at the age of 10. And today I'm a 19-year-old change maker. It's been 9 years of working with the Solution 17 team. And then this is the platform in which we're raised up, creating unique artworks on crucial topics like this to ensure that we provide solutions to the world's challenges and some crises. Now, we believe that art is a means to portray and to also invoke emotion, and we believe that art is life. So we were able to come together, about 4 of us, to create some of these artworks that we see today for this launch. So basically, I created the painting on art, trees from art, to ensure that we talk about race to zero emission, how we can plant trees, indigenous trees, to ensure that we cut down the carbon in the atmosphere. So I was able to also create a unique spoken word poem. So this spoken word piece is titled Heal the World. The spoken word piece is titled Heal the World. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Dear human race, behold the terrain of history to know that our world has no neutral star. From life on Earth, an ecosystem on this planet, we are leaving our carbon footprint like a giant scar and ignoring the warnings, chaos, and instability so far. Every day we see the data and statistics piling up high, yet we easily turn a blind eye despite being faced with the horror of climatic change that the oppressed and poor mostly bear the brunt. This social impediment is right before our eyes because we refuse to realize that this fight isn't just to gratify nature but to preserve creatures for the future. From drought in East Africa to wildfire in Australia, from volcanic eruption in Europe to flooding in Nigeria, Africa, and South Asia, from dry corridors in Central America to hurricane in Hawaii, Honolulu, Philippines, and the Pacific. Global warming has swept through hectares of land, killed millions of people and billions of native animals, raised entire communities to the ground, taking homes of numerous families, and left millions of people adversely affected by the hazardous smoke, haze, and greenhouse gases. Some species and ecosystem may never recover from extinction. The world is burning, and we as descendants of this era must rise to rescue our identities from human frailty, because everything exists that we may exist along with it. This global crisis is the world's biggest catastrophe waiting to happen, with disastrous rippling effects such as flooding. The ocean rises with deep acid, polluting the Arctic air of a colorful summer, winter, autumn, and spring. Our lifeline of renewable energy is not rising fast enough. We must turn away from the energy of fossil fuel, the energy of death, destruction, and casualty, towards clean, affordable, and renewable, the energy of life and sustainability. Hoisting climate justice is what the world requires, and time is a currency to purchase our desires. Time is a currency to purchase our desires. The world has a deadline. Let's turn it to a lifeline. Dear human race, let's protect our biodiversity. Arise, all black and white and brown and yellow and red. Stop deforestation. Rainforests cannot be cut forever, and anything we cannot do forever is unsustainable. Let's embrace tree planting. Let's embrace tree planting for good breathing, to transit from being apart from nature to being a part of nature. It is not about saving our planet, but saving us. The intriguing thing about truth is, although it can be denied but can never be avoided, love nature that the future may live. The intriguing thing about truth is, although it can be denied but can never be avoided, much attention is paid to ices with less than none to why the ice is melting and oceans are rising. The earth is warming for creatures to keep thriving. Global warming is eavesdropping for humans to keep living. Climate change is absurd. So together, let's brace up to draw a line to fight without lifting a sword. Together, leaving one behind for a sustainable world. Thank you.
Oh, wow. While you were just giving that, I was just like, Victory is hitting the bars there, dropping bars and dropping lines, giving us the perspire to acquire to. You get it. Well done, Victory. That was amazing. Thank you. Can we just celebrate Victory in the chat box, everybody? I mean, it was beautiful. Words strong, beautifully together. Well done, Victory. Thank you for that. Very powerful, super powerful Victory. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing on board Oluchi right about now to just come give us our own pitch. She's going to be talking to us real quickly. Oluchi, I thought I saw you come in a few minutes ago. Are you there? Oluchi, are you
Yeah,
there?
hello. Hi,
Hey,
can you hear me?
how are
Hi.
you doing?
Hello, Gloria. Hi, Gloria. My name's Sig, by the way. So, so yes. Okay, I guess I'll just start. Um, a 12-year-old girl with a God-given talent, paintbrushes, a huge imagination, and most importantly, an opportunity was what it took for me to be speaking in front of you all. It's been a decade since I began my climate change and social impact journey. And every year that has passed, I have zero regrets for taking that first pencil stroke of change. I will always be grateful for individuals like Foluko Michael and her amazing projects because they bring children and youths like I and Victory, empower us, allow us to discover our power of change, our voice, our youthfulness, our potential, our creativity, and the importance of social good. Vision as a Child was the platform that I broke out of, where I made my first vocal stance on a national problem, which was corruption. I painted with the team 1001 Faces of Corruption. And at that time, I did not have any idea of this exponential growth that was supposed to be my future. And like I just had, and in my wildest dreams, my painting was interpreted and taken positive and selected by the prestigious Felicia in Cannes. And on the day of the event, when I saw the audience, the celebration, and of course the prize money, I was like, wow, Olichi, you spoke and they listened. And since then, I have become a climate change activist, a climate change artist, and a climate change entrepreneur. So what with that being said, I will say that youths and children are genuine and have things to say. We're seeing what's happening all around us with the national and global problems, huge ones like the climate change issue. And quite frankly, we have our views, our opinions, and definitely we have our solutions. And we pass this through art, through music, and through innovation. But all we need is the platform, the support, and the opportunity. And that's where organizations like Solution 17 come in, igniting creatives and giving us the stage. I personally have a couple artworks on that stage, and I'm greatly proud of it that my work has gotten to the Web3 space, that's the NFT space. And with that being said, just supposed to give a short word on art for social good. And to be honest, the fact that we have thousands of viewers listening to us in here now has clearly summed up that topic. That art has changed my life with the story I just gave. Art has changed all of you's life on here, and art will definitely change the world. So yes, thank you very much for having me, Gloria. That's all I have to say.
So much. Thank you so much for using art to change the world. You know, it's really beautiful to see that young people like you are doing amazing things. You can just sit and just decide that, okay, I think I want to change the world, but in what form do I change the world? Let's use art. Thank you so much, Oluchi, for all that you do. And we celebrate you. All of us at Solution 17, we celebrate you. Well done.
Thank
Okay.
you very
So,
much.
everybody, we're going to be going on a quick break. Nah, it's not too long, for about 30 seconds. We're going to be watching the video real quickly. And then when I return, I'll be bringing on board my co-anchor, Oma Wagu, who is going to be speaking to us about one of our partners, okay, and just shedding more light on what our partner is doing for us at Solution 17. So can we have our video now? Okay, so I wanted to bring on board Oma Wogu, my co-anchor, to come speak to us, but she's doing something in the back end. She's going to be with us in a little bit. Okay, Oma is here. Hey, Oma.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi, so good to have you here. Finally, well
To
done
have
on all the
you
work you're
here.
doing backstage.
Thank you. It's been amazing co-hosting with you back end. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Over to you.
Yes. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Oma. I'm currently the VP Community Engagement here at the Green Entrepreneurs. And at this point, I would like to give a major spotlight to our esteemed partner, Mercedes-Benz, who have supported this project by adopting two of our schools at Agege, Vetland Junior and Senior Grammar School. In fact, we have successfully planted 100 trees in both schools and inaugurated the 100 tree managers into our Creative Club 50, where they will be trained on major subject matters such as innovation, entrepreneurship, United Nations SDGs, and so on. We've seen that the current educational system is not doing justice to this, and so we've taken the mandate to do this. As at the last time when we were at the school, over 448 kg of CO2 has been sequestered by the trees we planted. Now imagine what that number would be once we are done planting in our remaining schools. Thank you, Mercedes-Benz, for this beautiful collaboration. This video that is being played was taken during a follow-up capturing session at the school. So please watch and enjoy. Thank you.
Excited to be part of this, myself and my team from Mercedes, and we hope that this will help contribute to the quota of saving lives, more importantly, and saving the planet Earth.
Thank you.
Round of applause for
Thank you. You've seen the video. I mean, you should have seen the faces, the smiles on the faces of those children when we were at their school. So we encourage other companies, other corporations and organizations to come on board as we make this change. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Oma, for
Gloria.
that.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
yes, thank you so much, Oma, for that. And thank you, Benz, for everything that you are doing. Thank you for all of the support for all of us at what we are doing at Solution 17. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So Sean is about leaving, and we just thought about it that we can have our pictures now. So can the studio please help me have the faces of our speakers in the room on the screen so that we can just take our pictures before Sean runs off, because he has to go. So everybody, what's happening right now is we just want to have a group photo so that we can have Sean in one of our pictures. So Mrs. Folukia, you're going to smile. Oma, you're going to smile. Matthew, you're going to smile. Everybody, you're going to give a bright smile, because this picture is going to the White House. I tell you. Okay, Sean, you need to turn on your picture, your video, so that we can see you And Baz, please turn on your video so that we can see you. Okay. Baz, we're waiting for you.
Why are you not there?
Is Baz there? Okay, so if Baz is not here, we can just take down Baz and then add somebody else on board, someone whose video is on, so that we can have a nice picture.
Oh, he's hungry.
Dr. Morris, yours is working.
Dr. Morris is with Mrs. Foluke. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Baz is not here. Can we take down his own slot so that we can have everybody? Studio, please help me take down Mr. Baz's slot. His video is not on. Okay. Okay, so let's take a picture now, everybody. Please smile. Okay, I hope the studio is taking pictures. Are we good? Please, if we're good, can you just give a thumbs up?
Yes, we are good. Yes, we are good.
Welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Ms. Foluke wants us to hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, doctor is back.
You should.
Okay, all right. Okay. White smile, everybody.
So I'll leave now because I've taken it long, so you can take. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah, we are good to go. We are good.
We're good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Please, we can go back into the backstage, and I'll have our speakers that haven't spoken up in a little bit. Sean, we love you and we celebrate you. Thank you. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on real quickly. We still have a lot that we have to do today. And I'm going to be bringing up on board a climate change ambassador. Yes, that's what I love to call this person. This person, a youth climate change ambassador. And she's going to be speaking to us about the youth voice for climate and technology. You know, we are youth and we are young at heart, and there's a lot that we have to do when it comes to climate. So as young people, what is your role when it comes to climate and technology? Ladies and gentlemen, wherever it is you're joining me from all around the world, join me to make welcome facilitator Nisa Slaney. Ooh. Is she here? Okay. Okay, so facilitator Nisa Slaney is not here, and we did also not have doctor here, so we're just going to bring on board somebody else, and then facilitator Nisa Slaney will join us much later on. I'm going to be bringing on board a professor. When I call this person a professor, I mean it in every sense of the word professor. He is a professor for Covenant University. I love Covenant University. As a matter of fact, it's Nigeria's #1 private university. Yes, I said what I said because it is what it is. I'm going to bring in on board Professor Conrad Omoyini, and is going to be speaking to us about Covenant University's participation and its commitment to tree planting and biodiversity protection. So join me to welcome the Prof Way. Welcome, Professor. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Gloria, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Prof. It's an honor.
I thought I saw Homa earlier.
Yeah, she's here. She's here.
Oh, she's hiding behind the back, isn't it?
Hello, Oma. Say hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm hosting backstage.
Okay,
Yes.
I can see.
Yeah.
Do I speak or do I share a slide or something? Or should I just speak?
I think you can
You can try share a slide. So, Prof, if it doesn't go through, then you can speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me see if I can share a slide.
So I think you can start speaking if the slides are not coming up.
Seem to be loading. All right.
Okay.
Well, I was reached by Madam Foluke, and I really want to say before I go on, I'm Conrad Omohimi, and by the grace of God, I'm into plant diversity, particularly indigenous plants that are underutilized, biodiversity conservation, and a host of other things. And I'll try and get through a few things we're doing at Covenant University. I'll be speaking on Covenant University and its commitment to plant management and biodiversity conservation. And so, really, at Covenant, whatever we do
Okay,
is, yeah.
Prof, can
Yeah.
you please speak up a little bit more? We are
Oh,
finding it
okay.
very difficult to hear you. Thank you, sir.
All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, at Covenant, we don't do things for the sake of them. So once even the idea of this itself is part of our strategic plan. So it is a strategic focus, and a number of our strategic goals for the period captures that. We want to provide institutional support to department and college to realize their research agenda. We want to enhance administrative support and services to facilitate research excellence and knowledge transfer. I want to promote stronger collaborations and partnership, and which is one of the key part of the SDGs. And so you find that a number of our work, particularly our conservation and work, supports research and activity that promotes the actualization of the SDG goals and try to ameliorate the climate change challenges. We want to create and advance knowledge and improve quality of life through discovery, dissemination, and application of research. And we want to be part of the national, regional, and international solutions for the collective goals of humanity. And so we're just not a matter of talk. So we have generally two aspects of our action or our activities. A number of them are already on or running. So we say the active ones. One is that we have a very robust research center, and one of the major research clusters in that research center is the biotechnology cluster, and is a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research group. It has about 36 researchers, both within and outside. We've always engaged in massive tree planting exercises. We also took it further to engage in plant tagging and labeling to improve the classroom knowledge. We call it extending the classroom beyond the classrooms, and of course, improving the touristic attraction of the school, and a whole lot of things like that. I will not only stop there with our publications and innovations. I'll be looking at that briefly. And then, of course, we've gone far. I and my team had gone on three. Our last national expedition was in 2016, 2017, trying to look how to conserve our national plant heritage, albeit molecularly. So yeah, our action one, research and innovation. We have a whole lot. We have the plant genetic diversity research work ongoing. You also have the green science, environment structure, and green economy research subcluster. You have renewable energy and environment and life cycle research cluster. These three subclusters help to drive the multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research regarding biodiversity, conservation management, and all of that. Even as at this week, we are still on massive replanting. Covenant University as an institution has servicing estates, a whole lot of it. And so we are directly involved in planting trees and all of that too. So Foluke also said they will be visiting soon. I'm sure that when they come, they will find some of these new initiatives ongoing. So if you come to our campus, we're very green, very, very green. And years back, our idea was to ensure our walkways were covered by trees and not necessarily by man-made structures. So we've always been in that. In our 20 years, we've never stopped planting trees or reaching out like that. In the same vein, we've labeled and also even to the publications. In 2014, part of my effort was to generate a directory of plants in Kenya land of trees and shrubs. Today is part of the text for students and a whole lot of things like that. So if you come around, you will see that. It's online too, if you follow the link. So also is, we've gone a little further, trying to toe the same line that Solution 17 is talking about, bringing technology in. Currently, we have what do you call it? We have young people getting involved in all of that, and we currently have an app developed using augmented reality for identifying plants, and that app was developed primarily using the plant directory that we already have. So that is ongoing, and those are the features of the app. You could take it when you snap a leaf or something within here, you'll be able to identify it. And so we're taking that up. Our national expedition covered a whole lot, all the states of Nigeria, even including Borno State as at the time, though it was considered a little dangerous, but we did cover all that point. And then those are apparently most of the things we have ongoing. But nonetheless, we also have others perspective. For example, we want to relabel the plants, and this time we want them to carry QR codes so that on scanning a QR code in one of the labels, you could get more information that cannot go onto the plate on the plant and all of that. We also have some other project talking about improving the environment and biodiversity conservation. We are engaging very soon the squirrel reintroduction project because we have studied and found out that at a certain point there was one squirrel in this area and all of that. We're also doing the birds identification and cataloging, and we tend to improve the ability of birds to stay within our premises by building bird houses and bird watch stations, and so that both resident and migrant birds can do a little more. And we've also noticed that certain birds use our place here as a transit point during their annual migration trajectory. And so we want to make sure that that continues, even though we built in it. And then, of course, we have a more larger project, and that will take almost 2 years or more for us. We're looking at a massive botanical garden that will not take less than 40 acres of land. We're looking at that, and that will really boost our ability to do greater research of all categories and all of that. But we are not alone. We're also working with others. We have constituted a youth club, the UNESCO Youth Club at Covenant. The last time Solution 17 was in Covenant University. The way the thing went, when the students graduated, they went with their ideas. So we've set up the youth club, which is a more robust group now. And anything environment, anything has to do with youth and all of that, we continue, even those that are graduating year after year. We also have the Covenant community development initiative we're working with. And so with this and all of this put to place, we know that we will be handling and helping to build whatever needs to come our way. And we are ready
Okay.
to take on any task that any
Wow.
collaborator will want to work with us.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you
very much.
so much, Prof. Thank you so much for all of the amazing things you're doing at Covenant University. It's
You're welcome.
laudable, Prof. It's laudable. I tell you, laudable, amazing work you're doing there. Thank you so much, sir. We're really, really, really grateful. Well done. And we look
You're
forward
welcome.
to benefiting from the amazing work that you're doing. And I mean,
We'll
it's
be
not just going
expecting
to
you
stop
all.
at Covenant. Yes, it's going to extend to the ends of the world. Well done, sir. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much.
Thank you for
All
having
right,
me.
so I'm going to be bringing on board Baz again, and then Mrs. Foluke, they have something for us. So let's just see. I really do not know what they have for us, but I won't let the cat out of the bag just yet. So Mrs. Foluke, can you please come on board? And then Baz too will be here. So they have something for us that I do not know. Let's find out together.
So it's good to be back here. Bas is going to be leaving in less than 10 minutes. And I thought you should bring Prof in because they are, I mean, they are major stakeholders to this project. And I think, please, can you get Prof back to the stage? Because Prof.
I am.
So we'll take the
Yes.
picture and then I'll just say one or two things. Please bring on board Professor Conrad. Hello, Prof. Is Prof still there?
Okay, so
I
Ms.
think he's
Foluke, he has left. He's not here.
Okay. That's what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to bring both of us while he was still on stage. But nevertheless, please take the picture before Bas leaves. Studio, please take the picture.
Thank you again, Foluku, for all your good work.
That we're going to be working with Covenant University because they're going to be giving us nursery beds where the trees are going to be planted. The seeds are going to be planted. So we're going to be taking out seedling from them going forward. So I wanted to mention that before Prof leaves. Anyway, it's a good way to start. We're moving forward with the university because R&D is very important, and we also need to bring educationists, educators, and the students on board of this project. We can't thank you enough, Bas. And okay, he's back. Could you please take the picture? The technology that we are bringing to Covenant University is from Echo Matcha, and this is the CEO of Echo Matcha. I spoke earlier on.
You're welcome,
yes.
Sir. You're welcome, sir.
Hello, Professor. Good to meet you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So we will be coming to the university with the app and see, we capture some of your trees and you know how that works. So that will kickstart our relationship. Thank you for having us again, Gloria. Over to you.
Yes, absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you, Baz. See you soon. Thank you, Prof. Well done. And Mr. Luca is going backstage. Okay. I'm going to be bringing on the one that wanted to talk to us about youth participation and how that young people have a lot to do when it comes to climate. What is your role? Do you have a voice when it comes to climate and technology? Yes, finally we have her in the studio. Facilitator Nisaf Slamy is going to be joining us to talk about your participation as a young person. Hello, Nisaf, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Thank you to be here. And thank you for the Solution 17 to bring up youth voice for climate change. And as a green entrepreneur and an eco-consultant and educator, it's my pleasure to bring up the voice of youth nationally and internationally. So when we talk about a youth voice to fight climate change, we know that climate change has increased levels of uncertainty about our future. So as an impact intensively over time, one thing has become certain, that we will leave this planet for today's children and for young people who are our generation, youth generation, and also to the future generation. That's why I raise voice for youth, because they are the most impactful via technology, wherever they are young activists as Ikani, wherever a technological contributor as Fusayo, wherever they are a future leader and future change maker. Everyone with his role can really raise and advocate and be impactful for this solution via art and blockchain. So technologies that we use to address climate change has known as climate change technologies. So why we do that? Because youth can contribute to help us reduce greenhouse gas emission. So they can make the big change with their actions, with their activism into this solution. They can make their homes, their schools, their youth organization, even their own entrepreneurship journey more green and more impactful, and also make profit. So adapting youth for climate change, to fight climate change, is very important. That's I'm working in, and working with such a kind of like-minded people can really make affection and positive impact to climate change. So why? Also because negatively and importantly, climate change is affected is more affected by young people, is more affected by this issue, wherever mental health globally, as such many studies argument that wherever they feel afraid, they feel anxious, they feel powerless, helpless, is their role now to bring up their voice for this kind of technological solution for deforestation and adaptation, and even mitigation for climate change. They don't seek for a recognition, they don't seek for award, they seek to raise their voice for this global issue for our Africa. I would say our Africa, not Africa, because always around Africa, we are most impactful for this global issue and global warming and climate change. So wherever you are, youth, young people, or a future leader and change maker, we have to work together as young people to build communities with responsible and sustainable solution. And how we sustain that is to bridge this gap with youth and technological solution. They are our bridge to be more impactful globally and even locally and nationally. So I celebrate this Solution 17. I celebrate all the leaders, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Nisaf, and we celebrate you too for being in the forefront, for asking youths, young people, to be at the forefront of making our world a better place to live in, and driving the frontiers of climate change all around the world. Thank you, Nisaf. We celebrate you too.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to bring in on board our next speaker. We are gradually getting to the end of this event. Yes. It's been an amazing time. To everybody joining us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, I see your chat. Tolubero, Kosodo, Francis, Mojisola, Tinu, Jesu, Fonshaw, Agbajingi. I see everybody and I celebrate you. Thank you for joining us to change the world and make it a better place to live in. We're sincerely grateful to have you here. I'm going to be bringing on board one who is representing the managing director of Sterling Bank. If you have an account with Sterling Bank, then you know that Sterling Bank is one of the best banks to, if not the best bank to bank with when it comes to customer relationships in Nigeria as a country. And Mr. Olusegun Sumola is going to be speaking to us, is representing the managing director of Sterling Bank, and he will be speaking to us on finance for climate sustainability to drive zero emissions. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to make welcome the head of sustainability at Sterling Bank, Mr. Sumola Olusegun.
Thank you, Gloria. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay. My cam is on.
Okay.
You're able to see me
Probably you
now.
need to turn on your camera.
It's on.
Okay.
So it says you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Yes, we can see you now.
Okay, all right,
You're
great.
welcome,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
You're
Yeah, good
welcome.
afternoon. Okay, so the 2022 Global Risks Report by the World Economic Forum reflects that the top 10 global risks in terms of likelihood and impact are mainly environmental and social related, such as climate action failure, extreme weather events, biodiversity loss, livelihood crisis, infectious diseases, human environmental damage, natural resources crisis, debt crisis, and geo-economic confrontations. So this is the report on the risk outlook for 2022, and it shows that environmental issues are at the top burner. And when this crystallizes, we developing countries are the most vulnerable, and that's why we need to take the climate action very serious. Speaking to climate finance, right? Finance for climate sustainability is critical to the climate agenda, and this speaks to mobilizing funds and making finance flow consistent to support climate mitigation and adaptation actions that will address climate change and drive the transition to a low carbon and green economy in alignment with the Paris Agreement. So what we're saying here is finance is very critical. Finance is the key driver to ensure that we meet these targets. And we need to ensure that whatever initiatives, whatever project, whatever transactions that we're trying to push forward in terms of climate actions are bankable. We need to ensure that these transactions or these initiatives or projects are commercially viable. So speaking to the challenges that we face in this space in terms of making this initiative bankable and driving financial flow towards these initiatives is the fact that there's still a lot of gap in terms of climate risks and opportunities, understanding what climate is and how it affects us as a country, as a business, as a state, or as a people. And this is a big challenge. Also, the major challenge we face in driving finance to climate action is the fact that data availability, data accuracy, and transparency and disclosures continues to ample flow of financial initiatives towards climate action. So what we're saying is because there are not a lot of data for people to make decisions to say, okay, this is what we can do, this is the way forward. And because there's not a lot of transparency, right, in these disclosures, you hear things like greenwashing and the likes, and these are the part of problems we have. And that's part of what is hindering financial flows towards climate actions. So quick solutions to improve access to finance flows towards climate adaptation and mitigation actions. We will need to increase collaboration and develop capacity across all stakeholder segments. So we're saying government, private sectors, regulators, we all need to come together, keep on engaging and discussing and finding a way forward. And this can only be done through continuous capacity building, through education and awareness on climate risks. Like I said earlier, the major part of challenges is disclosures. So we need to improve the quality of disclosures across all sectors and ensure that there are some clear benchmarks on how this is being tracked and compared across all sectors. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, we also need to ensure that these projects are commercially viable and bankable because all the investors also want returns. And we should approach sustainability from a point of view that it is good for the environment and it's also a business enabler, which means it's also good for business and we are guaranteed good returns, right? Also, the way we structure these transactions or project is also very key. Trying to understand the payment structure or tenures that would be applicable to a particular initiative is also very key. So for us as Sterling Bank, sustainability forms part of the Sterling's core business objectives, which is driven by impact, and why the art sector is our primary focus sector. The art stands for health, education, agriculture, renewable energy, and transportation. These sectors are all strategic to achieving the SDGs, and that's why they are very, very close to our hearts. We know that playing in these sectors will help drive the renewable energy space. To further drive the renewable energy agenda and reduce our carbon footprint, we have embarked on the solarization of our head office. So it's a 17-story building, and it's going fully off-grid, and it's going to be powered by renewable energy. That's the BIPV retrofitted systems. We're looking at generating 955 kilowatts at peak in terms of energy generation, and we're looking at about 2.18 megawatt energy storage. So what we've also done in terms of tree planting, we've been able to achieve planting of 600 trees across 3 states in the north to stem desertification. I believe the tree tracking initiative is a great one and will drive a lot of transparency in the sector, also as it relates to carbon offset solutions. I also believe a lot of focus should be on tree nurseries, right, whereby we have a target to plant 100 million trees, our national target, and I feel having those trees available is a critical factor in achieving this target. We are very excited to partner with Solution 17 on these timely and impactful initiatives, and we remain committed to such innovative initiatives and are aimed at positively impacting the society. Thank you all for your time.
And we
Over
thank
to you,
you.
Gloria.
Yes, I'm here. I was listening to you, and thank you to you. Thank you so much for everything that Sterling is doing. As we sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much for ensuring that we make sustainability a key factor for everyone. Thank you, Mr. Shegun, and thank you to Sterling Bank. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to be having Ms. Foluke again. And
please bring Mr. Simonu back, Maurice and Matthew. Bring all of us on the stage, please. Okay, why others are joining us. When Niger Climate Now was on last year, I need to say this because we cannot pioneer projects like this without stakeholders that believe so much in us. So there was an event, and then I stepped in there. Within 5 minutes of having meeting with the MD of Sterling Bank, I got a call from someone from Sterling that, look, the MD has forwarded a message and we're going to be working together. Within 5 days after the meeting, just 5 days after the meeting, we had our first press conference at Sterling Bank to announce the relationship. So Sterling Bank has been with us from the beginning of Niger Climate Now, and we're going to be partnering with them going forward to drive the tree planting agenda across Nigeria. So let's have our photograph. Bring in Matthew, bring in Dr. Morris, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you. Thank you, Sterling Bank, for believing in us. And we're looking forward to this fantastic engagement going forward, because we must ensure that we leave no one behind in Nigeria and beyond. Thank you. The picture. Dr. Morris is not visible. Yes. Open your, if you can. Okay. All right. You could join me. And studio, could you please take the picture? Right. Yeah. Studio, please take the pictures. All right. And then
together.
No, you have to do like
okay.
that. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. And we look forward to next line of action. We can now leave the studio for Matthew to give us his.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Falukia, for that. I'm going to bring in on board Matthew right now, who happens to be our final speaker for today. As I said earlier, we are gradually running to the end of this life-changing and memorable event. And I'm going to bring in on board Matthew, who is going to be speaking to us on art for social good. Okay, so Matthew is a promoter, he's a climate educator, and is a promoter for social justice and art for social good. Is going to be speaking to us, as I said, for art for social good, how you can use art for social good. Hello, Matthew. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Where are you joining us from?
I'm actually an American, but I've been living in Serbia exactly 6 years as of today.
Amazing. Congratulations and happy anniversary.
I'm living in a forest property right next to farmland as well. So I'll give you a quick background. So I've actually been around professional art for over 50 years because my stepfather was a professional artist. He did multiple things with art. And I've been aware of pollution and environmental challenges for 30 years. And I've been a self-funded full-time researcher and promoter of what I found to be the best solutions for our planet full-time for 22 years. And so, yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about some of those things that I think people should know about. And one, I'd like to thank all the speakers. And I just heard about Solution 17, thanks to Iamidi, who I met on Twitter NFT art spaces that we can have little chats on. And I've been addicted to NFT spaces on Twitter for about 4 months now. And we did a lot. And I met so many amazing artists. So yeah, I am very excited about working with artists to help educate and fund the solutions. And also very excited about what the youth are doing right now. So yeah, I love what Solution 17 is doing. One of the things that I've been aware of for a long time is Project Drawdown, which is the top 100 solutions that is researched by PhDs as well as PhD candidates. And that's been going on for many years. And there's free online information, and there's YouTube videos you can watch as well. And yeah, obviously taking care of forests and planting new trees in the best ways with experts is very important. So I am cautiously optimistic, and in large part due to the youth and what the youth are doing. And we do have to work with all stakeholders. You know, I've been around activism for over 30 years, and so I understand how some people don't like certain groups or certain industries, and I can understand that. For me, we don't have time to waste because we've already wasted decades. So we actually have to work with the big banks, big insurance, big industries, and transition the capital and the jobs to the best solutions that we have worldwide. And you know, when it comes to planting trees, we've got to plant them with experts who really know what they're doing to plant the right trees, to make sure they're protected so where they grow and they get the water or whatever that they need. And so, yeah, I'm excited about what you guys are doing and that you're working with the bank. So, yeah, work with those banks that are supporting our children's future and our future. So, yeah, I know, business needs returns and stuff like that. And doing the best things with experts can actually provide a very good return. I've also been very active and in love with Africa for 50 years, been there 6 times, many countries, and I have a lot of dear friends there. I did work with Team 54 Project, which was started in Nigeria, and now it's Team 54 Project International, and we work with youth on educating them about the challenges, but more importantly, the solutions to climate change. So I've been aware and working with them for many years as well. So yeah, as far as the art scene goes, I have connected with thousands of artists online in the NFT world, and a lot of them are physical artists as well. And so I've been really promoting them, what I call heartisans. So it's an artist with heart to find a cause that they support and reach out, So Ayamidi's obviously an artist, a great artist, and she's working with Solution 17, which is wonderful. So yeah, my goal is to work with the artists online who I meet and just help connect them to a cause in their local areas. And working locally is one of the best things that we can do to get change quicker. Getting change at the governmental level or the big corporate level can take a little bit longer. But it's my hope that it's bad enough with the extreme storms, fires, and droughts and everything this last decade getting exponentially worse, that enough of us are going to come together. And we don't need everyone. So I'm just giving you some of the things that I've learned in the last 30 years. We don't need everyone to get involved. We don't need everyone to understand it. We just need enough. We have enough people that care. Now we have to finance it. So I'm glad that you guys are working with the bank. That's awesome. So I think that's my 5 minutes. So I appreciate your time and all that you're doing, and all the speakers and all the listeners, and Ayamidi and Gloria and
yeah. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you so much. You're such a brilliant artist. Thank you for all that you do using the world, using art for social good. We celebrate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gloria.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be bringing up on board Ayomide. As a matter of fact, she's here already. Aya, can you please unmute your mic and then turn on your video? And she's going to be talking to us about NFTs. Yeah, she's just going to be speaking to us a little bit about NFTs. Ayomide, can you please unmute your mic?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, please.
Okay, so
Your
I
video.
just okay. Okay, great. Oh, the lights. Okay. While that is going on, let me just talk. Then I will switch once the lights are on. So NFTs, and thank you so much, Matthew. It's really a great pleasure that you're on this stage right now and so speaking about the whole NFT space and everything. I'm really glad. NFT in general is something really powerful, and it has been like one of the greatest tools I've come in contact with ever since I've been a creative. Yeah. So Solution 17 NFTs are a big part of the climate action project that we are trying to work on. So right now, okay, yes, you can display that. You can display the NFTs. Okay, great. So right now we have 17 of our NFTs, of our artworks. These are artworks that we decided to get on into the blockchain, the marketplace, and let people get on with the movement. Let them get on with the whole creativity that is involved. And we infuse technology, which is the blockchain. So we presently have our NFTs on the OpenSea marketplace, and we have the 17 of them. 6 of them are listed as editions. There's 30 editions, and these editions would give everyone a platform whereby they can be an holder of these NFTs and be a great part of change. Do you all get it? So it's really a cool thing. It's a very beautiful project, and I'm so glad to be on board. Like I said earlier on, I'm so glad that we have art infused into this, and this is just the beginning. Wait for your mind to be blown, and also wait to just see the level at which this will go. So I would just say right now is, if you're on the NFT platform, you all should get on to Solution 17 NFTs collection. Get one of the NFTs, and it will really do you good. As well as, if you're not even on the blockchain yet, try as much as possible to get on with technology. It is moving, and you don't want to be left behind. So thank you very much, and thank you so much, Solution 17.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayomide. We sincerely appreciate you. Thank you for that. And Ayomide is really excited about this, and so are we at Solution 17 about all of these beautiful things that you're seeing right here.
He needs to stop playing.
Oh, you need to stop playing.
All right, so that gave us quite a scare. We're so sorry for that technical glitch. You know, these things happen, but then again, we're at the end of this August occasion and this life-changing event. We sincerely apologize for that little technical issue that we had just about now. Thank you once again, Ayomide, for sharing with us the good work that you're doing using art and helping artists better their lives with NFTs. So I'm going to be bringing, okay, Oma is here already. She didn't even wait for me to bring her. All right, so Oma is here already, and Miss Folike is going to be joining us too. We're going to be speaking, both of them will be speaking to us about, they're going to be giving us a brief about the journey to 2030 and the importance of technology in this journey. So, Mrs. Folike and Oma. Miss Folike, your mic is muted.
I'll be speaking. I'll be speaking. Yes, thank you, Gloria. I'm so happy to be here once again. My name is Homa Wogo, like you know, and I am currently the VP Community Engagement at CYCDI, currently managing our student community, entrepreneur community, and other virtual communities that we have. So unlike most webinars and online conferences that I have attended, where we only come, talk, give speeches, and go, this is going to be different because we will not end this event without talking about our next steps. So briefly, we are currently compiling data about this project that you all know about now that will speak volumes about our impact. This data, which is in form of pictures, videos, and numbers, would be creatively remodeled into a short movie that will be streamed at the United Nations General Assembly in September 2022. So that's a very big one for us. But our goal is basically to spur action across the globe so that governments, corporations, schools, and even households in various continents would see the need to take a step for the climate by just watching that movie. We are aware that visuals speak volumes, and that is why we are going that route. So as we all know, this project will continue till 2030 and beyond, when the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals would be reviewed. And we hope to be one of the major contributors when the impact is being measured. From this phase of school engagement, we are scaling into community tree planting and reforestation plans, pardon me. To everyone here present, this is not the end, it's just the beginning. And so we look forward to further collaboration as we all work towards transforming the current challenges of the climate crisis into impactful opportunities. Please, we hope that you all come on board and join us in this impact that we are making. Thank you.
Okay, so you are speaking. Okay, so I thought,
Yeah,
Folake wanted to speak to. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ma. And we look forward to 2030. I cannot wait to see the amazing things that will happen in 2030. I mean, 2030 is just only 8 years away from now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not like it's so far. And if you're already doing this at 2022, I can't imagine what's going to happen by 2030. It's going to be mind-blowing. So if you want to join us to be a part of the people driving the change at Solution 17, then please reach out to us after this event and we will be more than willing to have you as a part of our family. Thank you everyone for joining us. It has been an amazing time here today. All our speakers, all our guests, our facilitators, the organizers. It's been a long time coming putting this together. And I'm glad to announce to you that we have now come to the end of this event. And it's been such an insightful conversation, enlightening. It's been eye-opening. It's been beautiful. And thank you to all our partners. Thank you, Echo Matcha. We are excited for this journey that we're about to take on with you. We are really excited. And thank you to Sterling Bank too. We're really excited. Thank you to Bent and thank you to all of our partners and our sponsors. To everyone that joined us online, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. We hope that you learned as much as we did, because we really learned today. All our speakers were brilliant and fantastic. Thank you so much. Please follow us on Instagram at The Green Entrepreneurs. Also follow us at Solution 17 Global on Instagram. Be a part of our growing social media community. Also hit the follow button at The Green Entrepreneurs on LinkedIn, where we drop content from time to time. Also on Facebook, yes, we are across all social media platforms. Please follow us and we will be willing to have you. Can we have everybody back on screen? Everyone still in the room?
They come on screen. We're happy to announce that to everybody that registered for this conference, right? You would be invited to join our community. So you are now part of our green community. So congratulations to everyone who registered for this conference. Thank you. So we'll bring everybody on board for the final.
I would have loved to have Mrs. Foluke give us a parting shot as the project director of this amazing initiative. She's such a brilliant woman. I mean, Mama, would you like to say something to us?
Yes, I just want everyone to realize that the journey has just begun. Just like Oma has rightly said, she's my paddy by the side. So we're having this. It's a journey, right? And this journey cannot be stopped. Like I said earlier, we have seen the future. The future is so clear. I'm seeing myself in United Nations General Assembly with the entire team, not only me, the board of directors of CYCDI, the team, Gloria, all of us. We're just coming as a team, and we're going to be there before then. But to give our overall data of what we have done differently in the continent of Africa, we are going to be telling United Nations, the leaders, that we have done it. So can you visualize the future that we're going to? That is where I am. I am in the future. So we're now coming back, implementing the beginning and implementing the middle and going into the future. The future is sustainable planet. We will achieve it. If you are hearing us, join us. Don't give up, because we have been able to develop and redevelop and rework our projects to include social impact plus profit. So we are going to be co-creating solutions that would protect the environment while we are developing communities and enabling them to have prosperity, products, startups and all of that. This is the way we are rolling to ensure the world is sustainable. I love you all. I thank you, Prof. Thank you very much. We are coming to Communal University. Ayomide, you forgot to tell us that we had our first collector yesterday, NFT collector yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We made it.
Well
yesterday
done.
was our pillar on NFTs. And the energy, Ayomide's energy is out of this world. I thought I had. Maybe Oma would think you have energy. The energy here is crazy, So Ayomide, thank you. I love your energy. Being together, our NFT is on. They were amazed yesterday. I wanted to spend like 30 minutes. I was there for over 2 hours. Thank you for all you did. See, you walk like Kilode. I really have to say this. Your energy, your commitment, your passion, your Ayomide has joined you. Yesterday I was chatting with Oma. I said the combination of Ayomide and Deji, you will not sleep again. You will not sleep. So thank you very much for doing what you're doing. And my sister, sometimes you feel like you can get to your destination. You now need God to bring you the right people to pilot you to where you're going. Dr. Morris is one of them. Thank you for being good. Thank you for being yourself. And I'm happy to have her on board of CYCDI and also Professor Olayonju. Thanks, everyone, and God bless. And
Thank
all
you
our
so
viewers,
much, everyone.
participants,
Thank you.
we love you.
Yeah.
We love family and friends and guests that have joined us today. Thank you.
My name once again is Gloria Olufeko, and it has been my utmost honor being your compere. And I look forward to many, many, many more unveilings at Solution 17 Global. We love you and we celebrate you. Thank you, everybody. I think we've taken the picture studio, right? Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we have.
Thank
All right,
you.
enjoy the rest of your day and watch out. We're taking the world by storm. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.